Hi, how you going? I'm Anthony. I'm having a go at hydroponics. This is my first go at building something. I don't know if it's going to work, if it's going to be any good, but I thought I'd give it a go. I guess only thing I'm going to do is kill a few plants if it doesn't work. So I went out today, went to Bunnings, bought a 32 litre container for the grow bed and a 71 litre container for the nutrients. All up it was about $40 for the pair of it. And I also went to a hydroponics shop and bought some Green Dream. Yeah. I've bought some pipe today as well. My idea here is to have it as a flood system. I'm going to pump nutrients out of the bottom into the top and hopefully build a bell valve. It's going to self-siphon back into the bottom again. I'm not really sure how well it's going to go because I've just started it tonight. First thing I did was drill a hole in the bottom and it cracked it. So I'm off to a great start. And the other thing is I bought some fittings today, but they're the wrong ones. But I'll give them a go, I'll make them fit. It's amazing what you can do with a bit of silicone. So, in real money, I don't know, under $100 I'll get out of it. I mean, this nutrients was already, what was it, $55 I think? I'm not sure how much I'm going to use or how much I'll need, but I said just give me the cheapest basic stuff to get me going and I'll work it out later. So, the other thing I went out and bought is the $7, a kind of starting off nursery for some seedlings. That was pretty good. I thought $7. It's got all vent holes in the top and some grow things in there, and I bought a heap of seeds. All sort, you know, your usual hydroponic stuff: lettuce, parsley, beans, also some striker, which I'm going to got some tomato plants already going. I'm going to use them, spring onions, silver beet. Hopefully all the basic stuff to get me going. And I'll get set up and have a go at doing this and see what happens. Bottom of the container, and I have drilled a couple of holes in the bottom of the fitting. It's going to go inside the grow bed. That hole was a disaster because it went too high. So that's if the bell valve fails, the water can just flow out of those holes. They're pretty small. I might clean them out a bit more. So the idea is this goes through here, and this will also go through the lid of the nutrients container on the top of this. Now, with a bit of silicone and start on my bell valve. Righto, so I have siliconed in my fitting at the bottom of my grow bed, fix up a little crack. Just trying to work out, here's my shield. It's going to sit on the outside. Next thing I've got to do is hit that with a drill, give it the Swiss cheese effect. Okay, so I've done the Swiss cheese job on my cover of my drain pipe, standpipe, sorry. And here's my bell, which will sit inside. Nearly. To do a few more adjustments on the top. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I don't know if I've got enough gap in between the bell and my standpipe. But anyway, see what's going to happen. I'm also not sure how high this is going to be, the distance between the overflow and the top of the bell. But anyway, okay, here's my next day. Got my bell valve all finished. The cutouts there to get to the bottom. I've got my drainer, elastic to the bottom, and my overflow. Just sitting there, I have to glue it in when I get it right. So I'm going to take this out and give it a go. I think this could be too high, but I might have to cut the pipe a bit shorter. I'll see what happens first, because I'd rather it be too long to start off with than too short. So this is basically the same design as Afnan's, but a smaller scale. The one thing I wasn't too sure about is how high this bell's meant to sit up the pipe, but anyway, I can chop and change it to how I want it when I get it working, if I get it working. Try to pull that bell off. Yeah, there's a good bit of pressure there too. Till it breaks. Going well. I think I'll lower this a bit. The standpipe's a bit high. Make it a little bit so overflow. So it's going to sit outside, so if it fills up full of rain, got somewhere for it to come out. This is a bit over the top, some of this piping, but come out of the bottom into the top. This will be shut off. I'll have this so I can empty it. I'm meant to empty it every week or two to clean out the nutrients. And inside I've done a couple of things. It's a hidey hole, so I can see through the hole and see what's going on. Put these two pieces of pipe in here because when I put the lid on and filled it full of gravel, it sagged in quite a bit, so these are just going to support the lid. It's got some holes in it, some leftover crappy tubing I had that's not going to fit anything. That's about it. Got an extra long piece of pipe off the pump, so I can lift the lid up and have a look underneath without disconnecting the pump. And next thing I'm going to put the gravel back in it and give it a run. So here it is finished. Got the gravel in it, my standpipe, my bell valve, a modified bell. I keep changing it all the time. I'm not sure, I've got a funny feeling this water level is too high. You can see that. You can see it through the gravel. Pretty easy, I can lower it, I guess. Got any ideas, let me know, but I think it's going to be a bit lower than that. It's a bit too... I want to put any more gravel in because the thing weighs a ton. Like there's 30 litres of gravel and 40 litres of water, so that's 70 plus kilos. I worked out once I put the gravel in, I've still run 14 litres of water to fill the grow bed up. And the pump is pumping really quite slow. That's turned right down on a 8, I think it's an 8 watt pump. Yeah, because it goes through all these bends. I'm sure that slows it down on that half a metre of pipe inside, so it seems to work alright. Put the bell valve in, and so it does take quite a while to fill up, I think about 8 minutes. And you hear the gurgle when it finishes and it cuts out. There it goes, it's kicking in. Out now, I don't know if you'll see it in there. Yeah, it's pumping out. And I can keep track of how much water is actually in the nutrient reservoir. I also used the wrong sort of glue. I think I used epoxy. Now it's not really good with hard plastics. I think I should have gone with something else. But yeah, now I'm should cut off in a minute. There it goes. Bubble away. Starting to fill up again. Like I said, I'm going to leave it for a few days. Put it somewhere because I'm not going to be able to move it too much. It's going to stay in one place, probably down there where the bike is. And the power cord underneath. I've got a power point under the house. And just make sure it runs alright. If anyone's got any ideas about how high the water level should be, just pop me a note, that'd be great.